Hello, so this is my standard one reflection. So this standard mentions about how the teacher can provide a fun learning and fun learning environment in which all students are actively engaged throughout the lesson, which as a teacher, this is top priority to me. It starts, one thing I do in particular is it starts with, I give them a fist bump or a high five when they walk in the room. It automatically, it makes them feel welcome and comfortable in the class, which standard one is also, that kind of fits within standard one. And again, top priority to me, making those students feel comfortable and welcome into class. It also mentions that the teacher candidate also provides students with the right tools in order to be successful and for the lesson to be meaningful, which again, I'll talk about in a second about how we do that in class. So this standard is met at honestly every lesson that I teach, especially in the unit plan that I'm doing, which is soccer. So there are several examples of this. One of the artifacts used in this standard are for learning activities, which take place every single day, different ones. The ones I provide to my students, which are on a daily basis, are fun, engaging, and whether they know it or not, they're learning something new every day while they're having fun doing it. And this also fosters teamwork and building relationships, which again is very, very important to have a great lesson. The learning activities that we do also correspond directly to the learning objectives for the lesson, as well as the goals. By doing so, students will learn exactly what they need to, but again, in a fun way. One of the pieces of information that, or one of the pieces of observable evidence from this standard that we are currently implementing is student goal setting and data. And for the last couple of weeks, this has been implemented in class through a variety of ways. For example, students created this learning menu that has all these different things on it that we do, like so the broad jump, the pacer test, the half mile, different fitness activities that we're going to be doing throughout the year. And on this, they have on this menu, there's these fitness testing activities. And in each column, they'll write down a goal. And so we have for them a healthy fitness goal, a silver section, and a gold section. So the healthy fitness goal is where we want them to be. And then they can make their goals accordingly. And they update this every time we do an activity. They'll write down their scores, and that way at the end, they'll see if they have met that goal. And so last week, we conducted the PACER test. And the PACER test is a running assessment. It gets harder and harder every round. So it's 20 meters. They have to run 20 meters. And every single round, it gets faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And so that's essentially what that is. And it's just a fun way to test endurance. And they also, as well, did a half mile, which they actually recorded each other's scores, which was that was interesting. And so I just said here, during this process, students are actively engaged in the lesson, and there's a fun, semi-competitive nature to these lessons. We do a top 10, which is great, which in itself makes the lesson more fun. So finally, I strive to instill confidence in each one of my students, that they can do anything they put their mind to. And to help them grasp this concept, I give them a positive quote every day when they leave the classroom. And that also kind of fits standard one.